There we
How's it
go.
going?
Took us all
We're doing it.
of a while. I don't want to talk about how long.
Hey, I mean, we've been learning most of all of this, just trial and error. So
Right.
give us
Right.
some credit. Hi,
I suppose.
I am officially a voice actor, Mason.
Oh. Hi. I am really happy because I just ate some fruit snacks, Aubrey. And this
And
is, what are we talking about? Episode
UN.
34? We're on 34, you guys. It's a lot.
Wow.
It's a lot.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you on that. I uploaded the 33rd episode, but I still don't believe you on that.
34 episodes is more than doing 2 a month for a year.
Well,
So
yeah,
like
because we were
to me
doing like
that's quite a lot. I'm sure it'll look like a lot more down the road, but
Yeah, well, we're babies right now. We're allowed to be in shock and awe about how that we've grown an inch. There's
Right.
nothing wrong with that.
Right.
This is our time to enjoy it.
For sure.
Man, how have we managed to have I thought we had a lot to say and ramble about, but how have we managed to find 34 separate occasions where we've had something at least vaguely interesting to say? Hmm.
I I mean, in my personal life, I don't know. I I don't know. I like to think I think of interesting things at work to say, but I don't know. You'd have to ask my coworkers.
You know, I honestly I feel like I kind of have to conjure it in the moment. Like I can do some sort of planning, but like in all honesty, I kind of just need like a starting point. Because the more I try to write down, the more it's sort of just like I get too distracted in what I like should be doing. So instead, I'm just like just throwing it out there, and
See, I have
I've
the
got it.
best ideas when I'm not thinking about anything, and then I'll suddenly think something, and it brings me such a good topic, just like today.
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited to hear that. That's the thing. This is actually what I really love about doing your movie episodes, Aubrey, is that it actually gives me like way too much time to think of topics because I've had too many rattling around up here for a while now, and some shit's gonna go down because of that. That's all I can say for now.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well,
What are we talking about, Aubrey? What are we doing? What are we up to?
so I find this hysterical, and maybe it's not to anybody else, but I was sitting there like not an hour ago, just sitting there, and I thought, what are the rules of the Amish? Like, what are the rules? What are the rules?
What are the
What's
rules?
the like
Yeah.
guidelines? What's the like Amish commandments, if you will, not literal commandments, because obviously they're just the same biblical commandments, but
Well,
you know,
from my understanding, it's they're not allowed. They have like their own community that they're not allowed to leave. They have to
yeah,
grow really tall hats, and they churn a lot of butter, and they make barns because that's like their whole thing because they're self-sufficient. So they do a lot of farming, and then they're not supposed to have technology, but they do because they're on TV shows, aren't they?
yeah, I suppose. Um, well, so what brought up on this topic is I literally was like perusing YouTube and it suggests me reality TV show clips all the time because, as former listeners of the pod will know, I really like me some trashy reality TV.
That
And
she
this was
does.
for, I think it's called Return to the Amish. And it's like these Amish girls. I don't know, I've only seen a couple clips, so I don't really know what it's about. But they're trying to get me because I watched Breaking Amish when that was on TLC and I
God, of course
loved
you
that
did.
shit. Like,
God, of
loved it.
course you did. I'm not
So
surprised.
every time a clip comes up, I'm like, okay, I gotta watch it. And this one said one of the girls lost their virginity. And I was like, what? I mean, again, I really like reality TV, and I was like, she better not have. Because, I know that's not allowed in the Amish. Premarital
I
sex, I know that's not allowed.
aren't they not even allowed to look at each other's ankles or some shit? Or is that something else?
That might have been perpetrated by the Weird Al song, but we'll get there. Um,
Yeah.
so
Wait. Wait a second. Oop.
I literally Googled what are the rules of the Amish because I like to just Google things as they come into my mind to see what happens. And I found out there are actually a lot of different types of Amish. So I thought we would look at the subgroups, which I found a good small clipping of the subgroups from Ohio's AmishCountry.com. And this is Amish orders. There is the Old Amish Order, the Old Order Amish, the New Order Amish, the Beachy Amish, and the Schwarzentruber
Hey,
Amish.
hey.
Oh, yeah?
I haven't had my mic going in OBS.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Um.
Let's take
So,
it from the top, boys.
well, either we can take it from the top, or shit. Well, I could get on your Streamlabs and just download the video for this and just
Oh,
use
okay,
that
yeah.
first part of the audio.
Yeah. And then if it sounds super different, you can just put a disclaimer.
Honestly, it didn't seem that bad whenever I downloaded the Hypnospace one.
That's good.
So
Okay.
let's just do it like that. I feel like we had some good momentum, so let's
Yeah, no,
just
I would agree. So we get that
yeah.
old order, that new order, that beachy, that really odd German one, and then there's
Hmm.
also the Mennonites, which we'll figure out what they are too.
I'm
Um,
ready. I think I knew a few.
I
My
will say
dad.
though,
Mm.
oh, I was gonna say there are so many other types. There are like in 2012 there were 40 affiliations with smaller groups, and and with the smaller groups it was 65. I think another website I saw said there was almost like a ridiculous amount, like maybe several thousand different types of Amish order. But like, see if you'll see right here, it says Old Order Amish, and then there is 13 different types of Old Order Amish. There's New Order, Beachy. Beachy has some stuff under it, and then the
Oh
Amish
God.
Mennonites. So that like, I knew when I thought, what are the rules of the Amish? I was like, Aubrey, it's not just the Amish. Like, what are the rules of what types of Amish? Because there's so many types. So we're just gonna skim. We're not gonna go into all of them. We literally cannot.
Sounds good.
So
I'd prefer that because I can't even read it from my perspective here.
for sure.
There's so much going on.
So
Hello.
this
Hello, cat and
graph use of
commentary
see
man.
there's a use of technology by group, which is interesting to me. That's a cool graph. The Old Order Amish are the main group of Amish who resisted innovations both in society and in church work. A series of conferences held from the years 1862 to 1878 resulted in a clear separation between the conservatives, who later became known as Old Order Amish, and the progressives, who became known as the Amish Mennonites. So, the Old Amish are known for strict rules involving dress. They usually prohibit the use of buttons and zippers. They also wear super dark colors, mostly black. You probably see some navies and grays. And the communities regulate hair length. Men must grow beards to an acceptable length, and women are not allowed to get haircuts. They also oppose church buildings and prefer to meet in individual homes. So this reflects the wariness of an organized religion in general. They think the house meetings are more like organic and unregulated, and they deliberately avoid modern technologies like cars, electricity, tractors, etc., etc.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
when you think traditional, like Weird Al Amish Paradise, you're thinking Old Order Amish. Even though I wonder if Amish people have seen Amish Paradise. Is that an offensive question to ask?
I mean, I don't know.
Or is it a good
because I
question to
mean,
ask? And like, are they upset about it? And if they are, like, I want to know their feelings. Like, why are they upset? And like, because I can see why they would be, but I just want to like hear
well,
another perspective.
you say, I mean, they could be upset just because of like some of the imagery or something, but I don't feel like, I mean, it's a parody, but it doesn't feel like it's like really ragging on the Amish lifestyle, honestly. It's more so like an exaggeration of it in a way.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
would
it
agree.
feels kind of weird to commit like Amish related content to like media because that's just they don't do media. That's like they're a world without media other than like the TV show ones, which is, you know, its own thing, but it's strange for sure. I do kind of wonder, like, maybe we should look that up. Like, have people watched that, and is there a reaction to it that's been recorded? I
Maybe.
would want to know.
Yeah, me too. The New Order Amish are, aka the Amish Brotherhood, aka the New Amish, are Amish settlements that grew out of Old Order in the mid 20th century. They're similar to Old Order Amish, but have relaxed rules on governing dress and technology. Colorful clothing is permitted. Men can trim their beards. Some of the communities allow modern technologies like telephones, tractors, and even airplane travel.
Man, how
Ooh,
would you feel to
ooh.
not be allowed to shave your beard? It'd be awful, wouldn't it?
I mean, I just like pluck out my chin hairs, so
But would that
I
not
would
be
be I
allowed?
would be mad if I couldn't do that, cause like, you get that one, ladies, you get that one long black one that comes in every so often, and it just like pops up out of nowhere one day, and you're like, how did it get this long and I didn't know? I would be mad. You just have to leave it there, and you'd know, and you'd just tug on it forever.
So
It'd
I
be so
found
sad.
it faster than you, Aubrey. Check it out. Can you read that? It's
Show me that.
highlighted.
No, I cannot. You'll have to read it out to me.
Most Amish have Mennonite or non-Amish relatives who have shown them the video, and most Amish think it's hilarious. Amish Paradise is surprisingly accurate. Boom. Go you,
I'm
Weird Al.
glad to hear that. You know what? Because Weird Al's a great guy. Um,
Right? That's what I was gonna say. I'm so jealous that my roommate has seen him multiple times.
he's met him too, so
Yeah, he's got a picture with him. It's
yeah.
on our wall. It
Oh,
pisses
he's
me off.
obsessed with Weird Al. I think we should have him on to talk about Weird Al sometime.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
Because he knows everything about Weird Al.
Probably, yeah.
So. Oh, and the New Order Amish are stricter when it comes to some practices, like they prohibit alcohol and tobacco. You ain't drinking, you ain't smoking, you ain't having no vices up in here. None. Not a one. None.
Not a two, not a three,
Like,
none.
not a singular solid one. Not a one.
None, yeah.
We also have the Beachy Amish, which to me is like, what, beachy? Do they live on the beach? Why do you call them beachy if they don't live on the beach? Um, so they broke away from Old Order at the turn of the 20th century, so, you know, a lot sooner than most of them, largely because of disputes over evangelicalism in the United States. They liked the revivalism of many churches in the country, like the Baptists and the Methodists, and were convinced by the messages of individual salvation because, like,
Oh, I was one of those.
it's nice. I don't know, like I get why that works a little bit more because when it's more about like your individual journey, it feels a lot better than like we're all gonna worship this thing because we do. It feels more like it's your choice when it's individual salvation. The Beachy
Yeah, for
Amish
sure.
began holding their own tent revivals, and that really the Old Order Amish they don't like that. So they're more relaxed when it comes to technology and dress, on the grounds that they don't find biblical references that prohibit the use of buttons, zippers, and other basic innovations. They allow cars and home electricity.
Wait, so they can't have a button, but they can have electricity.
N- no, they can have buttons, zippers, and electricity. The Beachy Amish are like, the Bible doesn't say we can't use buttons and zippers, and they're right.
Okay.
The Bible don't say that,
I'm
as
pretty
far as
sure
I know.
I could probably tell you that like button is probably an unused word. in the Bible.
Yeah, probably not a Hebrew word for button.
Yeah,
And if
probably
there
not.
is, we would love to know. Please email us.
Yes, please. I would like to get something other than spam mail.
That would be
Would
great.
really like that. Yeah, whoever did that, whoever decided to sign Wow to Mail 69 up for all those spam accounts, thanks. Thank you.
Thanks.
Because I've learned how quick it is to unsubscribe from them.
Right? That's a nice thing. Then we have this Schwarzentuber Amish. They are an older subset of Old Order Amish and are even stricter. They have the lowest standards of living. That's a quote from the article. Please don't take that as my personal opinion. Although it doesn't sound great. They are quicker to excommunicate and even more isolated from any non-Amish people. Their standards of dress are harsher, and members may not even ride in cars owned by non-Amish people, except in some emergencies. Some. Some.
That's
Their parochial schools are less rigorous than the usual 8th grade education provided by the Old Order Amish, and they see themselves as the truest heirs to the Anabaptist Amish tradition.
I'm not really about that.
Yeah,
Not a
not
fan.
they would not really be for me. I'm gonna say that.
That's I mean, you gotta have the logical extreme somewhere, I guess. It's
And then we also have
they found
Amish
it.
Mennonites.
The Schwarzenegger's or whatever they were. Good job. You found it. The ceiling, it's there. Oh yeah, Mennonites. The my dad used to buy um like jerky like sausage stuff from Mennonites a lot, and it was always very good and very spicy. It
Amish
surprised me.
people of any subset of Amish, when they're selling their goods, I guarantee you it's worth it. Buy it. It's worth it. Like, they
Yeah,
know
because
what they're doing.
I mean, they're really about that like craft trade barter life. I mean, aren't they?
For
Like
sure, yeah.
that's what they do. That's it's your life is about like the kind of
Right?
my name being Mason would have actually meant something back in an Amish community, I guess.
So it
Oh
looks
God.
like the Mennonites, their biggest difference is they actually have church in a building. Like they have a church building, and like the other Amish are like, we don't want it to be like a thing, the church. We don't want it to be a thing. We just want to like do it in our homes, like for fun. I mean, not for fun. It's obviously their religion, but I mean, it can be fun. I think. Uh, and I know that they're also allowed to wear more colorful clothing items, and they are allowed buttons as well, and some electricity. But yeah, there's a lot of different like. But I guess for like as far as what are the rules of the Amish, like
What are the rules?
it's basically Anabaptist Christianity.
Okay. I was looking for like a sentence, but like a weird word suffices too, I guess.
It's Anabaptist is a member of a fringe or radical movement of the Protestant Reformation and spiritual ancestor of modern Baptists, Mennonites, and Quakers. So they're like a mixture of Baptists and Quakers, pretty much,
Okay.
as far as like their beliefs, which would
But
explain
like
why they're a little more hardcore on like moral rules and like the things they are and aren't allowed to do.
but like what is the Amish though? You know? What are the Quakers?
What are the Quakers?
What are the Quakes?
They didn't teach you that in U.S. history class?
Maybe they did. I don't remember that part. That stuff was kind of boring. Not all history, just like that part of it.
The Quakers are members of a group with Christian roots that began in England in the 1650s. So they like started um, with colonization and pre-colonization.
And that's just like they're just
The
like
formal title for them is Friends, Society of Friends, or the Religious Society of Friends. There are about 210,000 Quakers across the world.
Interesting. Do you think they ever meet up? Do you think they have Quaker meetups?
Yeah, there are 400 Quaker meetings for worship each week in Britain.
Do they eat a lot of Quaker oats together at these meetups?
I don't think they like Quaker Oats and how they've monetized their image.
Do you think that they
That's what I
purposely eat
think.
off-brand Quaker oats,
Yeah, yeah.
oat Quakers
Oh,
to
yeah,
boycott them
yeah.
at these meetups?
Great value every time. Because they're sick of that stereotypical depiction of the Quaker Oat man. I don't know, but again, I really don't know, but that's what I assume. So,
Sorry.
you know.
Really need to hydrate.
Hydrate or dihydrate, right? Right.
Were you my old assistant manager? I miss you, Dylan.
Call
Please
me.
return my calls. Glad to see we're in the similar headspace there. Wow.
So yeah, that's all I have on Amish, the Amish. I went in a deep dive on the Amish, and I'm pretty pleased by it. Pretty pleased.
Me too. Yeah, me too. Hunger Games Simulator. Whoops. Oh god. Yo, you know how I was talking about the official voice actorness? So it's not like I've actually like done anything yet. It's more so that I've just made a reel. And I'm really happy that I've done that. But there was something I was withholding from you, Aubrey, information from earlier.
Oh, there was information you were withholding from me?
Yeah. Where I actually learned how to do that. The sound effects and all the weird royalty-free music stuff.
Oh.
So
Oh.
it was actually a radio station that I interned at when I was back in junior year of high school. Didn't have much going on then, obviously. What I would go in during the summer at 9 a.m. at 9 a.m. and then I would work until around noonish and then drive 30 minutes over to the River Resort like restaurant that I worked at night.
Okay.
It was an interesting summer. But I spent some time there and I really just immediately got like every single day he would just take me down to like the little recording locker in the back and shove me in there and just be like, hey, record some ads. Just record me some ads so I could like put live. Because you're like way too nervous to do the live weather reports.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
So I would sit in there in that vault and like record them here and there. It was pretty slow at it because like I would get you heard me record a little bit of what I recorded. I like where I had to do like a couple retakes here and there and like backspacing. Dude, I would backspace literally for 20 minutes before I got like a good like 15 to 20-second recording of myself that I was actually like pleasantly happy with and not stuttering during.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I was so fucking slow. But one really great thing that I learned there, other than that practice, was there was a royalty-free sound effect website that just had a million bajillion things on it. My radio DJ, oh my god, it's been so long. I can't believe I can't remember. Tim, I think his name was Tim. He would
Okay.
like this website. You would just like he would be like, all right, now put a backtrack. All right, now like get a bunch of like weird sound effects in there to make it feel like a lawn evening-ish party time thing. You know, we're trying to really like jazz them up and have a good evening. You know, it makes them like the thing we're advertising more.
Okay.
He was but no, God, I remember he told me that that software that we worked on too was like the the rough copy of Adobe Audition that the dude then sold to Adobe, which became Audition, which I'd have to ask him about that
Huh.
again, because that sounds kind of crazy for like some dude in Mountain Home to have just like helped
But it
develop
also
Adobe
sounds like a
Audition.
real redneck thing. Like, we don't have the real software, but we got the software from before it was the real software. Uh,
Yeah, fair. It was a very old AM FM radio. It was honestly the only FM radio was 93.7 The Boot.
The boot?
Yeah.
The boot.
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh yeah.
boot.
My parents would blast it in our intercom system all day. That's why I ripped the knob out of my intercom.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't
What
want
are,
to talk about that.
well,
But
then
we
what
can
are
talk
we
about
talking
something
about?
else.
What are we talking about?
Okay. Okay. So I mentioned that you would have something to do with my topic this week, and that is because I have so much rattling around up here
Okay.
that I just don't really know what to like. I couldn't really pick. So I want to ask you, Aubrey, do you want the lighthearted rant or do you want the disturbing shit this week?
I'm gonna need that music that goes do 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 do. The Jeopardy music, that's what it is. Well, we can't use it, it's the Jeopardy music. Um I'm gonna go with the lighthearted rant. I know it seems like I would choose the disturbing one because that's who I am. But I don't know. I'm feeling like making a wild, quirky choice, you know?
Okay,
So there you go.
maybe next time, Oubliette. See you. All right,
All right.
sunflower seeds.
For
What's
those
up?
who didn't listen to our last episode, we talked about Holes, and there's a character in Holes that is quitting smoking, Mr. Sir, and he likes to choose sunflower seeds.
And ever since I have seen that goddamn movie, I have seen so many people snacking on sunflower seeds, and I just like something has cursed my life. There's a curse that has been. I had to clean up sunflower seeds at work the other day. Did I tell you that? Somebody was eating them in the restaurant. Yeah.
Outside food and beverage or beverage? No.
Dude, there was some fucking lady that brought in her own like coffee mix and like a glass jar of her own like pancake syrup. It was ridiculous.
Oh, I had a table where I had a lady, and she was like, "I just want a thing of hot water," which isn't an unusual request. And then I watched her use the hot water with a packet of instant coffee, and I was like, respect, 'cause saving money, but also like, I feel like you could have just slapped me in the face
Yeah, right.
while I'm
You
holding
could
this
have.
pot of coffee.
Why didn't you stick your damn leg out while you're at it?
So I can just
Uh,
trip on my face.
okay, so like I love sunflower seeds. I will open a bag of sunflower seeds and shovel them into my mouth. At the salad bar at the Pizza Hut growing up, I would have my mom pay the money for me to get that salad bar. And then I would get a plate full of sliced up hard-boiled eggs, like the slices, of fucking half of it being like black olives, and then I would also just fucking layer it up of the sunflower seeds. But here's the thing. I'm talking about the pre-shelled part that you freaking eat, the sunflower
Where it's just the
seeds.
stuff that you can eat.
Like I will shovel that into my mouth. But here's my question. Why do we have this thing where we also just chew on unshucked shells? And like
Well, you spit them out.
Yeah, but it's so gross.
I mean, yeah,
But
it's like if people, like dip, like tobacco, how they
yes.
always have their dip cup. Everybody that chews sunflower seeds has their sunflower cup because my dad used to do that all the time. My dad loves sunflower seeds, and
You
he's a
have
painter, so he'd like go paint
mm,
hot hours in the sun, and then he'd just have this like 32-ounce cup from the gas station full of spit-covered sunflower seeds, which
my
is
dad would have
disgusting.
like a line of water bottles and Gatorade bottles that were like he stole from us that he would fill with his dip. It was disgusting. But
Ugh.
no, what's getting me is that I know so many people back in my hometown who would not only have their sunflower cup or their dip cup, they would have a both. They would have both. They would be double dipping. They would have freaking
Sunflower dip cup.
both. Yes. Oh my. Oh, I think my old baseball coach
How do
had
you
one of
chew
those.
sunflower seeds to eat the seed with dip in your
I
mouth and then spit the like
got two
how do
cheeks,
you
don't you?
that's I get out. I've had it.
Out the door? Out the door? Right now?
No, I'll
Is
leave,
that
I
is that it?
guess.
I'll leave.
No,
Sure.
oh god, I can't do this.
Bye.
So today on the podcast, we'll just keep talking about other stuff and things. There's a new Saw movie coming out. I have mixed feelings about it, but I'm still gonna see it. Maybe we
What's
can
going
do
on?
a movie on that.
Sorry, I
Oh, I was just having a little chit chat with
the,
viewers.
took the trap door to get back in.
Ah, yes.
They were a prop comedy group now.
I suppose. I'm so enraged. I just looked at my
Mhm.
desk and I saw this speaker that I have this little speaker that I use when I shower. And I showered earlier today and I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked all over the house and I looked at my desk multiple times and I didn't see it.
Where was it?
And now I do.
Where did
Right in
you hide
front of
it?
my face. Right here. Right next to, right there. Right in
So
front
you
of my
got it.
Dia de los Muertos Barbie.
It looks too much like a desk ornament, Aubrey. You can't do that. You store it there. It's just gonna look like a cube, like something you put your Barbie on. You know.
Yeah.
Got to get one of those old boom boxes that you take in the shower with you, like a really really big plastic bag to cover it up. Maybe like Saran wrap or something. I
Did
mean, if it's meant
someone
for the
tell you
shower,
you
you.
should do that?
What do you mean telling? Haven't you done that? How
No.
else would you?
Just get a waterproof speaker. Or now they make those shower heads where the speaker is the shower head. Isn't
Yo,
that
don't they
crazy?
also like do LED stuff too?
I think that's also there's like one that does that too, but I don't think it's also a speaker. I think it's just a shower head with LED lights.
The inventor of those things are men or women after my dad's own heart. I'll tell you what, because his he would always add two things to almost every appliance that he owned that he could edit: a speaker or speakers, and also LEDs, white or blue, every time, every freaking time. But
Classic. Classic.
I digress. I was really upset about sunflowers before I took a trip. So why is it that people eat sunflower seeds so much whenever they're like trying to quit smoking and like other various. How the hell do you eat sunflower seeds on Reddit?
I would love to see that.
That are the shell. I'm referring to the sunflower seeds that are in the shell. Okay, we're on the same page here. I get that you're supposed to crack them in to get the seeds out of the middle, but I see people do this in their mouths and then they spit the shell out. When I'm trying, when I try it like that, I either end up spitting the seed out as well or damn near choking on the splintered shell. How does this work? Also, how does putting one, I'm only putting one in at a time, but I see people who put a lot in at once and they work their way through those. How?
Honestly, I feel that. I feel that so hard because I could just never get into it. Like, I like sucking the flavor dust off of it, but, that's it, really. It's just not worth trying to crack it open for me.
It takes a little bit of practice and mouth dexterity, but basically you put in a small handful, storing them in one cheek, and then you put one in at a time. You pull one out. Oh, so this person is
It's a two-cheek
theorizing with the
method.
idea of a cheek pouch and conveyor belts, and we use the two separate sides of your cheek um, as the gnawing side and the storage side. But this
Yeah.
begs the question: how do people do that with dip? Ugh.
Well, you just put it all in the front, I guess.
So you'd have to you're like hurling the
Like that.
seed over the dip pit.
Yee!
Stop. Stop it. I will not record the episode with you if you do that. We will be pausing and ceasing.
There was a time that I bought a pouch of Red Man chewing tobacco, which Red Man is not like your typical like dip where it's all like shredded. It's like full tobacco leaves, like ripped up pieces of tobacco leaves. And I
Yeah.
didn't hate it, and I hate myself for that.
You
But
know,
I don't think I'll ever do it again. But it was an experience.
I remember that time, Aubrey, and can I just say, as a friend, I was really happy to see that you didn't do it a second time. Because I was worried about you. Like
Thanks.
I get wanting to try other things, but
Thanks.
like I really
Listen.
would have I really would have rather you smoke. At least that looked cool.
We are not condoning smoking, nor the fact that it does look cool. Not condoning it. Just a
We're not
fact.
in any way, shape, or form, but also like at least it doesn't look as dumb as dip though. But like also it's pretty dumb in its own right.
You'll probably get less cancer from dip than smoking.
Yeah, but you also like rot your gums and like what is like your food hole? Why would you
Yeah,
want to rot your food hole? That's such a
that's
bad
true.
idea. You
That's
have a
true.
bad food hole, you have a bad life. End of story. Period.
That's very true. Very true. And but this way they've described to eat the sunflowers, I've tried this method. I cannot do it. Like, yeah, I guess I could keep trying and trying and trying, but I'm not trying to keep eating sunflower. Like, it's not a pleasant experience. Why would I do it? I guess I could. Maybe I would take it up if I was like gonna quit smoking slash vaping, but
Hey Juno.
you know.
Uh-oh. Aubrey, I've made a mistake.
Oh,
One of the comments was an illustrated guide.
I love that. Please show me the illustrations.
We're already here. Thank you, WikiHow. God, I hope they never shut you down.
Me too.
To eat a sunflower seed, run your tongue along the salty outer shell, crack it between your teeth, and split out the shell, chewing the seeds. Repeat. This article illustrates, instructs on how to become a master seeder, one who can consume sunflower seeds while performing other tasks. What the fuck? Alright. Get a bag of sunflower seeds. You can get a bag of seeds that has already been removed from their shells. But it's more fun to eat the seeds if you do a little bit of work with to extract. I disagree in this
I
situation, but
disagree. If you've ever eaten a full handful of unshelled sunflower seeds, you'd know that's wrong.
like I like wings, but eating around the bones is not the same as chewing off the bark. I don't know.
Yeah.
Choose from a variety of flavors like chipotle, pickle, or barbecue. No, I don't want any of those three flavors. Fuck you,
Why
WikiHow.
are chipotle, pickle, and barbecue the only flavors when like they have ranch, they have just normal salt and pepper?
Those
Like
were the only ones that existed
pickle,
at the
I
time.
mean pickle is a good flavor in my opinion as someone that really loves pickles.
Do you
Um
love pickles? Because you never, like, I feel like I've never seen you eat a pickle.
you don't remember we used to buy those little pickle pouches, the spicy ones.
I
They were
mean,
so
I would buy
good.
them sometimes, but I don't remember us both getting them.
I wouldn't buy them, but after you had bought them that one time, I was like, these are good, and I started eating them for a while. I'm really more
Damn,
of a
okay,
bread and
gotcha.
butter or like a large dill kind of gal.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I do like eating a whole. Oh, he's gone.
Oop, I just got like kicked out of the chat there. I don't know what happens. Give me a sec.
Weird.
Yeah. Boop, boop. My secret was revealed again, but it's okay. Everyone knows at this point. Awesome. We're back. So anyway, getting back to this. Like this. You gotta slightly ajar, have the teeth ready for action. Place a sunflower seed in your mouth. Start with just one so you can get the hang of the technique. Move the seed to the side of your mouth. It's easier to crack the seed with the side of your mouth than the front.
I love that he physically needs to place it in the, like, he can't just move it to his cheek. He has to place it in his cheek.
No, and you gotta make the specific notation. The technique is here, then like you gotta start in the middle and then jab into the side. I'm sure that's really great audio. Thanks. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, me. Place the seed. Hey, let me get a taste of this nickel, see if it's real. Hey. Place the seed between your teeth. Use your tongue to get it in place. Position it either vertically or horizontally, depending on your preference. Either way, the outside edge of the seed should be making contact with your teeth. Use your molars, chewing teeth, to crack the shell. They have the indentation in the middle to hold the seed. It is more difficult to use two front teeth. You risk the seed slipping and scraping your gums.
Okay.
Emitting seismic pressure. Apply firm and steady pressure to the seed until it cracks. The hole should give easily after a moment of intense pressure. Don't bite too hard, you crush it though. See, I feel like that's the mistake of why it usually splinters off. Release the seed from your teeth. Let it fall onto your tongue. You cannot drop it, you cannot grab it, you must let it fall. Separate the inner seed from the shell. Use your tongue and teeth to pull them apart. The texture is the key to this step. The inner edible seed will be smooth while the shell is rough.
Yeah, it's still not working for me.
2. Spit out the shell pieces. After practice, the shell will usually break open like a clam. Therefore, make this step less messy. Eat the seed. Why is it was out of his mouth, but it's going back into his mouth? Because you accidentally spit out the seed.
I guess.
Consume. Aw, dude. Method 2. Consuming a great amount of seeds. I love this man's energy right here.
He's just like, I'm gonna pour this whole bag right
Michael
in
Jordan,
to my gobber.
Kobe and those boys right into. Oh no. God damn it. Okay.
Kobe. Anyways.
Place a handful of seeds in your mouth. Some basketball players pour half a bag in their mouth. Oh, that's horribly fitting. At once, and chew them over the course of an hour. The more seeds you can store in your cheek, the better. You heard it, man.
So we're chipmunks now.
We chipmunkin'. That's gonna be the name of the episode. I'm sorry, Aubrey.
And we didn't even talk about the chipmunk movies, which...
No, because it's the motion of the chipmunkin'. It has nothing to do with Alvin and the Chipmunks. Did they eat sunflower seeds in that?
No.
Did you watch it recently? That was really fast.
No, but I have seen all of them, and I feel like that would have been a moment that would have been remembered, because how would they... They would have had to,
Yeah,
like, spend some
a
time
lot
on
going
that.
on there. Hey, Aubrey, did you have a crush on Theodore as a kid?
I thought Theodore was really cute, but it was Simon with the glasses for me.
Oh shit, actually no, that's shit. That was Simon the Glasses one? Yeah, that's who I was talking about. Oopsie. Yeah.
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 But
It's a
Theodore's so
chipmunk, Aubrey.
fat, and I love it. I just want to squish his
Okay.
little cheeks. You
He
know,
he was my favorite. Was he? I can't
the
remember
green,
anymore.
green one.
No, I remember him, but I just
But
don't
straight,
remember
you
which
know,
ones I
fuck
liked.
Alvin. I'm just gonna say it. Fuck Alvin.
Yeah, Alvin was a dick and full of himself. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
like Alvin was. He thought it was just him, not Alvin and the Chipmunks. No, like Alvin, you are a chipmunk. You're a member of the group.
Move
Anyways,
the seeds to one cheek. You want them all to be in the same place, so you have control over them.
well, yeah, we know that. Is there anything that differs from the other method besides what we
Move
had?
one seed to the other side of your mouth. Use your tongue to move it over, so it's inside the other cheek.
Well, yeah, we've already discussed this.
Yeah, but I wanted to really. Oh man. Use your tongue to position in between the molars, then bite down to crack the seed. Spit out the shell and eat the seed. Repeat with another seed. Move it over from the storage cheek to the. Yes, they also called it the storage cheek! This was worth it! Okay. Yeah. Wikiao is a good choice. I'm just moving on to the next one. Okay. Slowly raise the amount of seeds you can hold in your spare cheek. This reduces the number of reloads per serving. And that's what the pros do.
Imagine somebody's chewing sunflower seeds and they're out and they just scream, "Reloading!" and then
I gotta reload
funnel
my
in a bag
mag!
of sunflower seeds, just terrifying everyone around them.
I gotta pop the storage cheek, I'm running on empty!
So, I guess what we've learned today is that you should always try to stretch out your storage cheek, because you don't ever want to have to reload on them seeds.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Aubrey. And in fact, I won't, so I won't incriminate myself.
And also, the rules of the Amish, there's a lot of them. Which Amish?
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's where
Wait.
we're at today.
Which Amish?
Which Amish? Then I can specify the very many rules.
No. Like, which Amish? Like, like black cats and
Oh,
like
like witches
Mormons and
Amish?
like which Amish?
Oh, look, speaking of witches, look at this shirt that I have on.
Yo, yeah, there you go. Aubrey, are
Yeah.
you part of the witch Amish? Shh. I'll add a little witch sound effect at the end. Oh, she's gone. Bye.
Oh, you're still here? I was hoping that would
Yo,
work.
so I would stop the recording, but I had another thing I wanted to say real fast.
Okay.
My third topic that I was going to talk about, I was trying to bring back um a segment that has been long forgotten in the annals of podcastery,
Mhm.
but I really wanted to talk about Chia Pets, but I was looking for like sexy Chia Pets so I could look at what the reviews would for sexy Chia Pets would be. And it just doesn't exist. Sadly, I couldn't find a single one. But,
You thought what?
who
You thought there
knows?
was gonna be a chia pet where it was just some lady's legs and the chia grew like a bush? Honestly, I'd buy that. If somebody makes that, I'll buy it.
If somebody makes
I'll
that,
buy
please
it.
link me to it so I can read the reviews of it. Please.
But I
Because I've
will
been
give you
searching.
my money. Make it.
I will give you
Make it.
Make it. Do
Until
it.
next time.
Bye. Yeah.